welcome back. We now have your template inside the Showit account, and I want to take a minute to get you familiarized with the Showit interface. I know when you first open it up, if you've never used Showit before, it can be a little intimidating, but I promise it's very user-friendly, and I want to get you started off on the right foot. So first, going up here to the very top left, we have some of our site settings. Then we have the pages that are included in your template, as well as the blog templates and something called site canvases, which I'll get to in a little bit. So no matter the template that you have purchased, your pages will be here, your blog templates will be here, and then your site canvases. This will look the same no matter what. You have your site settings and different design settings here. Down on the bottom, this is how you access your account information. We also have the different views for turning on desktop and mobile. Sometimes it's best to work on desktop, view that, and then switch over to the mobile version. You can zoom in and out here to kind of get a closer view. You also can turn off this layout for the mobile by clicking off display mobile overlay. One of the things that we absolutely love about Showit is that you can design the desktop and the mobile version independently of each other. This allows for a lot of creativity, but it's always important that when you make changes to the desktop, you check to see how it's carrying over to mobile and you adjust as needed. We talked about the zoom a little bit, zooming in and out. You also can use the shortcut on your keyboard, which is Command plus and minus, or Control if you're on a PC. Then we have down here, this is how you add different elements to the site if you need to add anything additional. And then over here on the right, this is what I call the Smart Panel. I don't know if that is the technical term for it, so don't hold me to it. But basically, this is going to change with all of the options that you have for a specific element on your site. For example, if I click on this photo, you can see that now I have all of the different actions that I can take with this photo. And if I click on text, you'll see that then it brings up the text styling option. So if you're ever looking for how to customize something on the site, definitely click on the item that you're wishing to edit, and then you'll be able to see all the different options that you have. We'll get into more detail about styling text and images, but just know that this is going to change depending on what you click on. So that's a note about the interface. Now let's talk about how the site is structured. So we have our pages listed in your template here, and this will apply to any template you purchase. So we have our pages, and then inside of pages are what are called canvases. And a canvas is basically just a section of your website. So this is a canvas here, this is a canvas here. You'll notice when I hover over it, it's going to outline it in blue. So that's a section, this is a section. So we're on the home page, and if I click over to the page tab, every single section of the site has a name. Inside, when you open it up, kind of like a folder, so inside the page, inside the canvas are the different elements. So that's our photos, our text, our icons, things like that, and they're all labeled for you over here so you can keep it really organized. So starting from the smallest, we have elements, that's text, shapes, photos. Those go inside canvases, and different canvases come together to make up a page. You can access all of that by clicking directly into the canvas and clicking on elements, or you can navigate here by clicking on a page, clicking over to this page tab, and then opening up the canvas that you want to work on. Something to note while we're talking about pages is that the services page, this is true for many of the templates, we have a service page here, and this will be duplicated to accommodate the number of services that you have. So on the Work With Me page, this displays different types of offers. So first offer, second offer, third offer. So in this example, you would want to duplicate the service page 3 times by clicking over here to the 3 dots and then clicking on duplicate. You'll get a copy of it, and then you'll rename it. So let's say this is our one-on-one. There we go, one-on-one. So I would hit save. And now I can link this, we'll get into this a little bit later, but then you would link the Work With Me page, say this is our one-on-one service, you would link this to connect to this one-on-one page. So you'll just duplicate the service page and rename it depending on what your needs are for your specific business or your service. And that is true of any of the pages. So for example, if you need an additional landing page, you can copy and duplicate the different landing pages to get more. Down here on the blog templates, these demo pages, so it says demo blog, demo single blog post, you'll want to delete these. This is just to show you what it looks like before you purchase the template, how it'll look when content is actually in there. So you will delete these pages by clicking on the dots, and instead of duplicate, you're going to click delete on both of those. So one of the first steps I always recommend you taking with a template, especially if you are connecting a blog, you'll want to go up to site settings and actually input your domain. If you do not own a domain yet, no worries, absolutely go ahead and get that taken care of. I personally recommend something like Google Domains to secure your domain name. Once you have that, you're going to go to click on edit under custom domain, and this will take you through the setup wizard. It's going to ask you a couple questions. So you click on edit, it'll say, do you own a domain name? You'll check yes, and then you'll put in your domain. So if it is sundays.com, that's what you would enter. And then it will ask if you already have a site up at that domain. You'll select yes or no depending on your situation. And then if you have signed up for Showit and you selected a blog plan, it will ask you to go ahead and set up your blog. So you'll answer those questions, and then usually it takes Showit about a day, maybe two, to get back to you with something called DNS records, and that is what you plug into your domain host. So you'll get a set of 3 records, and if you purchase your domain from Google Domains, you'll go over and they'll give you instructions on how to point your domain to Showit. So that way your host, for example, Google Domains or GoDaddy or Bluehost, and Showit can communicate with each other and bring your site online. If you need help with this process, Showit is absolutely there to support you. You can message them at any time, and they'll give you specific instructions via the messenger, and you'll also get an email with how to complete this. But this is how you get the process started, by clicking on custom domain, edit, and then adding your domain. For blog, you'll also go and click on here to edit and add in. You'll be able to select it from the drop-down list, the name of your site, once this has been completed. Next, you can add a favicon. This is the little icon that you see next to the page title in the tab. I definitely recommend having an image that is under 500 pixels, and then you'll upload it here. First, you'll have to upload it to the media library, but we will get to that in another video. Third party, this is where you can enter Google Analytics measurement ID. If you haven't experienced Google Analytics before, it is a really helpful and free tool that you can use to monitor traffic to your site. You can see insights like how many page views you're getting, how long users are spending on your site, and where your traffic is coming from. If you want to set that up, you'll just go to analytics.google.com and create an account. You'll get a measurement ID, and this is where you'll paste it. Under site settings and third party, you'll paste it there. Next, we have your social channel. So there's lots of different links throughout the template that connect to things like your Instagram or Facebook or YouTube channel, whatever social media you have. Go ahead and put in your links there, and then they'll auto-populate wherever that icon or link is used on the site, so you don't have to go through and manually link it every time. If you don't have, for example, a YouTube channel, but the YouTube icon or YouTube link is used within the template that you purchased, you'll just delete it out of there, and you won't include anything inside this link, so you don't feel like you have to have all of these. Just fill in what you would like. Next, we should talk about how to put up your coming soon page. So you can see under our page list, we have this little home icon here, and while you're working on your template, if you've already connected your DNS records and your domain is live, you don't want the site to be published online while it's not finished, right? So that's why you can have a coming soon page. So the home icon is on the home page, but we can switch it to the coming soon really easily by clicking on coming soon. We're going to click on the 3 little dots and then click set as homepage. This means that when someone visits your domain, for example, sundays.com, they'll see this coming soon page that you can customize with whatever options you want people to have. Maybe you want them to visit your Instagram or send you an email. This is just a little message you can customize saying, hey, we're working on our new site and it'll be published really soon. In order to take down your coming soon page, all you do is go to the home. You're going to click on the 3 dots again and then set as homepage, and you want to make sure that you publish your changes so that it populates online. A note about preview versus publish. Preview allows you to see what the site will look like on desktop and mobile. You can choose to view it in this previewer, or you can preview it in a new tab. It's totally up to you. I definitely recommend playing around with it and making sure that everything is displaying the way that you intended. And then none of those changes will go live until you actually hit publish. So when I hit publish, it will say something funny, like it'll give you a pop-up and it'll say Shazam or wow or woohoo or something cute like that. And then it will say that your site has been published, and that's when the changes will actually populate online. So feel free to make any adjustments and play around with this. Nothing's going to go live on your site until you hit publish.